Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the Game Boy Color is so bad. It's like one of the worst beat 'em ups ever made. And it's so hard to make a bad game on the Game Boy Color or the Game Boy. Like, you have to go out of your way to make a bad game just because it's so simple to make a good game on the Game Boy Color. All you have to do is make the graphics passable, fairly nice music, and make sure the game isn't broken. And with tiny little games for the Game Boy Color, it doesn't take a lot of effort. How do you screw that up? More importantly, how do you screw up the Buffy franchise? I mean, you're fighting vampires. It's easy to make a good vampire game. Like, I have a problem with everything in this game. Even the cover art. Look at the cover. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You have Buffy, then some random vampire. Who is that? I don't know. Just some guy, an extra from season 3. And then you have Giles. I mean, yeah, that's what preteen girls that watch Buffy, that's who they're huge fans of. They have posters of Giles on their walls. A 13-year-old girl from 1999 who ran the Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan club, she would have a big poster of Giles on her wall. Not Angel, not Spike, Giles. That's all the tween girls swoon over. Like, why would you put Giles on the cover? He's not like an action part of the series. It's like putting Judi Dench on the cover of like a James Bond game, just holding some papers that she's about to sign. Filing and secretary action. Book reading action. It's so weird. They're putting like this middle-aged man on the cover, like all the kids were really huge fans of Giles. I guess there's a lot of erotic fan fiction starring Giles on the Buffy forums. Like, Giles. It's why. 50 Shades of Giles, the novel where Giles and Buffy give in to their temptations one rainy night after a vampire slaying session. The game itself is a mess. Like, the cutscenes in the game repeat dialogue. Like, they say something and then a minute later they repeat that. It's like they didn't double check the cutscenes and dialogues in the game before releasing. There was no playtesting. It was just make something and it's done. It's like if I make a game review and then I don't edit the audio, I don't listen to the audio, I just release it as is. Maybe my dog is barking in the background, maybe I stutter for about 5 seconds, but let's just release it. Let's go ahead, we don't have time. Also, check out how Xander looks in the cutscenes. Yep, perfect likeness. It's like Madame Tussauds made a wax statue of Xander. The actual gameplay is a joke. It's a beat 'em up where Buffy perpetually goes to the right and fights vampires that have different skin tones and sometimes they wear different clothing. They all have pretty much the same exact strategy. I mean, typically Game Boy Color games didn't have a lot of strategy in the combat, so some of this I'll excuse, but some of this I won't. For example, it doesn't matter how you hit. I mean, you can kick, you can punch. You could also do this like when you press the kick and punch buttons together, pick the enemy up and throw them over you as you fall on your back. But most of the time, you don't actually grab the enemy and throw them. So most of the time, this is a move where Buffy just falls on her back and flails uncontrollably, like a fish that's having a heart attack. The thing is, the move still hits the enemy. Like, you'll fall on your back in front of the enemy. You won't pick them up. You won't do anything. You just fall on your back like an idiot, but you still hurt the enemy. The strategy of how you defeat the vampires doesn't matter at all. You can punch, you can kick, you can throw, whatever. All you have to do is just stand there and spam and the enemy dies. Well, the enemy doesn't die, they just fall over, and then you have to come up next to them and stake them in the heart, and it's over. And then you walk to the right again, perpetually, over and over, non-stop for what feels like an eternity. I mean, all these fights are identical. Everything looks the same. But the levels are incredibly long, and it feels like they go on forever. Like, you kill 5, 10 vampires, and then it's still going. You're still walking to the right. It's like, how long is this cemetery? Do I have to kill every single vampire on Earth? All the things I mentioned already makes this a bad game, but wait for the worst part, and I want you all to experience this with me. Take a seat right now, inhale, exhale, and I want you all to watch the AI of the enemies attacking you. And I don't even have to say anything. I just want you to watch. Let's just watch this right now. Now, keep in mind, at a certain point, I got so frustrated, not with the difficulty, because it's easy. I just got frustrated with how repetitive and easy the gameplay is, so I decided to just die. I wanted to see the game over screen, so I just put my character in the middle of the screen and waited for the enemy to kill me, basically. And this is how long it took for a vampire to kill a girl that's not moving. He kept punching me over and over, but the thing is, the AI in this game is so bad, even when you're standing still, like 75% of the time, their attacks don't hit you because they're a little further away from you. The enemy can't seem to notice the depth perception, how far Buffy is from them. So most of the time, the enemy will stand next to you and just punch air. Only after a few tries will the vampire actually realize, doink, I'm punching air, and then come up next to you. A lot of the time, the vampire would just stand there and like spaz out. So it literally took forever. It took several minutes for me to die, for me to lose one life in this game. Even when I wasn't moving, just standing still, it's impossible to kill me. The vampires in this game are absolutely pathetic. They couldn't kill a fly. A child could kill Buffy faster in real life than the vampires in this game. I mean, the vampires in this game are so flaccid and useless. Look how long it takes a vampire, a stalker of the night, to kill someone who's not moving. This game is a complete and utter mess. I feel like I wasted my time playing it. It is literally a waste of time. This is not Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the Game Boy Color. It's the waste of time simulator for the Game Boy Color. I'm sorry that I made this review and wasted your time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more awful game reviews. Goodbye, my friends.